do, folks? Once again, how's it going? This is Bill with the Nintendo Super Power Club Challenge channel, or NSPCCC. Today, we are looking at a game that is very similar in nature to Prince of Persia. This here is BlackThorne on the Super NES, and this is card 148 in the collection. So BlackThorne is a game that came out relatively late in the Super NES life cycle. It came out in September of 1994, which is unfortunate because it means not too many people ended up playing this game. And anytime you have a game that bears any kind of resemblance to Prince of Persia, you're definitely doing something right. This game takes that basic premise and expands upon it with different gameplay elements, different weapon types, item types that you never saw in the original Prince of Persia. It's definitely a game that went under the radar, an underrated gem. Absolutely must pick it up and play it here. Let's go ahead and jump into this challenge here and let's see what we got to do here today. Okay, we got a long challenge, but it's still a very fun challenge and one worth doing here, so take a look at it. Challenge says, can you get this point without having to continue? For Pro, that's the 4th mission, 1st stage. So for those of you who've never played this game, which is quite a few people, every mission consists of 4 stages. So do the math here, 4 times 3, that's going to be 12 levels. You don't have to actually beat the 4th mission 1st stage, you just have to get there. So you have to complete 12 levels without continuing, which basically means dying. So you have to go deathless through 12 missions. Not a simple challenge, but it can be done, thankfully. We're going to show you how to do it, and the best way to do it is follow the advice I've laid out in several of these other longer playthroughs, and that is to take your time. If you do that, you're going to have a much greater rate of success at completing this because there is no time limit. And that's important to consider because the original Prince of Persia did have time limits, so you got one less thing to worry about here. Anyway, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and sit back, relax, and enjoy a nice long playthrough of a very fun, underrated gem in BlackThorne. Here we go! Okay, one thing I'm doing out of the gate here before we get going is I'm just turning the music off. You don't have to do this, this is just my personal preference. I think it gives the game more of a fitting ambient atmosphere, and you'll see what I mean as the game gets going here. So we start off and we're in the caverns here, and immediately, as I said, this game bears a very strong resemblance to Prince of Persia with the controls. You probably noticed it already. You can run, you can jump, you can walk, you can climb, and you have weapons here. Oh, you can roll. You couldn't do that in Prince of Persia. Now you can talk to NPCs here, and this is important because some of them, although they don't really do much, you can kill some of them. But more importantly than that, some of them will give you items and even weapons. So definitely don't kill them unless you know for sure they're not going to give you anything. By the way, these are items. Hit X to use them. The one I just used was a bomb, which can actually hover on the ground and go towards its enemies here. So that's kind of nice. So these are items, and these are bombs. Pick them up as you get them. Hit down to pick them up. Very, very simple. Eventually, you're going to have to use your gun here, and gun warfare is very important. By the way, there's your regular bomb. It will go on the ground here. If it's not close enough to hit a door, it can kill doors, it can kill enemies, it can just float on the ground and run on the ground until it hits an enemy. There is an NPC behind the door. It's not really necessary to get, so just keep moving forward as we move into the first part of this level. Now, this is very important. You could walk past this enemy, or you could go down here, hit A to pull your gun out, and hit B to shoot. That's very important. A pulls out the gun or puts it away. B will shoot. Now, if you want to shoot behind you, I believe you can hit Y, and it'll shoot directly behind you. Not really important unless you don't want to turn around, I guess. Now here, this is important as far as taking cover. Sometimes you're going to have to take cover before you shoot an enemy. And to do that, you hit up and hold up. Wait until it's safe, then come out of cover, and then shoot, shoot, shoot. Very, very simple. And that's really the gist of the gameplay within the first round of this particular world here. So that's 1-1 out of the way. That was pretty quick. Unfortunately, they're not all going to be that quick. Wait until you see what I'm talking about here. So we're going to have to keep moving on and doing the exact same stuff that we saw. Now this guy just threw a hovering bomb on the floor. We have to make sure we get out of the way. And this is a red grunt enemy. These ones take 2 shots to kill. So you're just going to have to count the number of times he shoots, take cover, come out of cover, and then shoot, shoot, shoot yourself. Normally, what I do is I just count until he starts to reload. Once he reloads, come out of cover and shoot till he dies. And normally that's all it takes. The green ones only take 1 shot, so if you get a chance, kill it. If not, take cover, count the reloads. Normally, it's anywhere between 2 to 3 shots until you're safe to come out of cover and kill yourself. Now, we're going to go on forward. There is an extra item here to pick up. This is a health refill potion. That's very important because there will come times where you get low on health. And of course, if you die, the challenge is over. So do not take those for granted. Don't waste them. those will be your saving grace throughout the course of this game here. Now, unfortunately, they don't carry over from stage to stage and world to world, so use them as you need them. Don't be stingy with them here. We're going to continue on forward, though, just picking up items and weapons. There's nothing too tricky just yet. Eventually, there will be some portions of this game where you have to worry about keys and bridges and tougher enemies like this one that we're seeing right here. Now, this enemy here cannot be killed with a standard gunshot. You have to use a hover bomb in order to take it out. So do that quickly before he decides to whip you. And look what he gave us. Speaking of which, bridges. This is a bridge key, and this is important because you will not be able to pass some of these gaps without a bridge key here. And you'll see what I'm talking about right about here. So you go right into this pedestal podium, put the bridge key in, you can walk right across. Very simple. Keep on moving across. Now, the bridge keys are very important. You notice these waterfalls here. A lot of times these waterfalls conceal hidden passages, and I was not aware of this the first few times I played this. I got stuck looking where to go, and I didn't realize that I could actually go there. So be very cautious when you see a waterfall. Check to see, is there a passage blending into the background here? And sure enough, you're going to see what I mean. Not too far from now. Got a lot of NPCs, just giving you hints on how to play the game. This one actually gave us a bomb, I believe. And a few more NPCs will do the same thing. Another waterfall, no hidden passage, just keep on moving forward. Pretty simple stuff. You start the game with 6 hit points. You can obviously earn more the better you do. And as you continue through and beat some of these levels here, you will earn more hit points. Just going to keep on moving on up. This is up a shaft, jump across. More doors to blow through. Nothing too complicated just yet. Obviously, make sure you pick up any bombs, any items you can get your hands on. Just telling us exactly what's going on here. Good story in this game, by the way. Definitely worth taking a look at. And we've got a little elevator up here after a little pot shot duck and shoot with this red grunt here. So remember, just watch the number of times he shoots. Now this is important. If you do get shot, just get up immediately, shoot him once, and then get back into cover here. Watch the number of times he shoots the reload, then get out of there, shoot him again, pick up whatever he drops. Now in this case, we got a lot of hover bombs here. This is kind of nice. You will be needing them because there are some more enemies and of course a door here. So this is a case where blow out the door, maybe get a free shot in there before he goes back into cover. Either way, you've killed quite a few grunts at this point. You should know what to do in order to take these guys out here. So just keep moving forward. The nice thing about this first world, this first 4 stages I should say, is that not every time, but most times, by the way, boom, there goes that computer. That's a simple little hover bomb you got to use to take out the computer. As I was saying, anytime you take out most of these enemies here, you're most likely going to get an item or a weapon. So take advantage and kill most everything that you see. Get your gun out, kill this thing. And here we are with another elevator. If I'm not mistaken, this is the end of stage number 2. And I believe, yes, I am correct. So that's 2 down with 10 more to go. Very slow progress, I know, but we're getting there. Now, we're going to have a new hazard come here you haven't seen before. Watch this floor switch. Make sure you jump over it. Do not walk on it, because if you do, a ceiling turret will come out from the top and it will try to shoot you, and you're going to have to duck and roll if that's the case. But anyway, we avoided it. So keep moving, jumping, get your gun out, take out the enemies. Not that one. Oops. And by the way, it doesn't really matter too much if you kill these NPCs. Only the ones that have items, of course, you won't be able to get them after the fact, but thankfully, it didn't really matter there. So continue to take out the enemies here, and as I said, you will have more, I wouldn't say more difficult enemies, but just more enemies to deal with here. There is a bridge item. Make sure we get that one definitely. Have to have that one. Go ahead and use it, and ooh, check very carefully. There is a door behind this waterfall here. Go behind it. Here's an item pickup, and if I'm not mistaken, this NPC may offer us something else. What's he going to offer us? Does he give us anything? A potion. Yes, he does. So obviously, if you need to use it, please go ahead and do. If not, just hold on to it and save it. I'm going to go right back through. Make sure that you take this bridge key back. Never ever leave bridge keys there. And don't even try to get that item right there. It's not worth it. Now we're going to go down this elevator. Now that we have what we need, we still have the bridge key in tow, and that may come into play later. Just keep going down. And we're going to finally get off this elevator. We're going to go left. Eventually, we're going to come back to this elevator, go right, and then come back up the elevator. So we have a little bit of work to do here. First, we're going to go all the way left, as I said. Continue to kill the enemies, continue to move left, go up, over, and across, get the items that are necessary, and then we're going to come back, as I said. Here's another little floor switch with a hidden ceiling turret. Make sure you don't trigger it accidentally, and we will show you what they look like on the way back, just in case you're curious and you've never played this game before. So we're going to continue to move up here. Be very cautious. I'm going to have a lot more pot shots to do Thankfully, these green grunts only take one shot to kill, so just take cover, watch for when they reload, kill them, pick up the items as necessary. By this point, you should know what to do here. So, by the way, don't get too close to these grunts because they will melee whack you and automatically knock you back. So this is a case where you want to learn how to do that. You want to get over on the right side like this, kill from a safe distance, then jump over and pick up the items here. Now we have a lot of health refill potions, which is really nice. Not that we should need more than one, honestly, because this first level really isn't that difficult. Now this section can be tricky. Ooh, look at this thing. You got a little drone that's homing in on us. Shoot that thing down because that is a remote bomb that will home in on you and kill you, as you can clearly see. And you want to take it out, just continue to go across. You could go up if you wanted to, then you have to use a hover bomb to take out that blue whipping boy. But we're not going to do that. We're just going to continue to move across over to the left, and we're going to kill that purple grunt up over on the top you probably saw. Now we are going to have to kill this blue guy here, and that's just a matter of not getting hit. You can use a hover bomb like this, preferably not the way I did it. Now we are going to use a potion because with one hit point left, that's playing it a little too loosey-goosey, so we're just going to use it. Be safe. We've got plenty of potions, really doesn't matter. And here's our purple grunt. Get really close, get your gun ready. And here we go. Move in, take a couple of shots. Don't get too close to him, of course, because he can melee kill you. 2 shots is what it's going to be. Now you're going to have, what is this? These are wasp bombs. Yes, these are unique. You've never seen these before. However, the thing that was approaching us, that drone that kind of moved in and bombed us, that was a wasp drone. And we got 2 of them there for the price of 1. That was kind of nice. Now we don't even have to worry about killing that blue brother there. So just keep moving on down. We're going to go all the way back to that elevator. And you're going to see that wasp bomb is extremely important. You're going to need it to get through the next section of this level here. So just continue to go, do some backtracking the way that you came. And as I said, we're going to trigger this wall, the turret switch here. Just to show you what it looks like. There it is. It will shoot you. You have to duck and roll under it to avoid it. Clearly, you would never do that in a serious run here. We're going to continue to move all the way back. Not a whole lot to see here. We're almost back to the elevator. We're just playing very cautious because, again, you can never be too cautious in a run like this. Now roll through. You're going to have another blue whipping boy. He heard us. That was not nice. We got lots of items here. You can use select to pull it up, or you can hover and circle through your items with the trigger L and R buttons. However you want to do it really doesn't matter. So we're going to use the wasp bomb right here. So go ahead and get it. Go all the way up. Once you've got it selected, just use the D-pad to control where it goes. Once you have it where you want it on this computer, hit B. Boom. It's gone. And that's going to let us go to the next section of this level here. So go back to the elevator, go up, and then we're going to go over to the right. And that's going to let us move to the next section here. So what do we have here? Well, that's where a door would have been had we not taken out this computer here. So now we have 2 red grunts at 2 shots apiece. We're going to have to get 4 shots in there before we can successfully progress forward. We got 3 basically. And one of our NPCs took a bullet for us. Not that it matters that much. So we get the item. It's another little hover bomb. Continue moving, and thankfully, we have the bridge item here that we managed to bring with us. If we hadn't, we'd have to go all the way back and retrieve it. That would be a nightmare. Go ahead and use a hover bomb here. Don't get too close and get blown backwards. The kingdom come. And you're going to have to continue moving across. Make sure that you take out this red grunt first from a safe distance. And here we go. He's gone. Not a whole lot to see here, but you are going to jump across, go through this doorway, get a running start. Just like that. Not too difficult. Now, what do we have in here in this next doorway? Ooh, lots of items and a new item. Is it a wall? What is this exactly? It is a... We got 2 hover bombs here. And we got an NPC. They're going to give us anything good? What is it? What is it? What is it? Well, I'll tell you what it is. This basically lets you go drop it and then use it as a nice little platform that will shoot you all the way up. It's like an elevator platform. And you will need that to get through this level, of course, and obviously later levels through this run. You're going to use it quite a few times in this run, I should say. Sometimes it'll be pretty obvious where to use those, sometimes not so much. You'll have to think outside the box from screens, multiple screens offward. And you'll see what I mean as we get a little further in the run here. But now we're getting a little further and we're going pretty clear back to where we started. We're going to use this little elevator here, drop it right about where I show you right there. You're going to hit the button, go up and through this doorway here. You couldn't get there without the item that we had. Now, I hope you still have that bridge item there. Go ahead and use it. Go all the way across. Go down. This is a pretty lengthy level for what we've had compared to the previous two. But it is for a reason. It's teaching you how to get through certain things coming up ahead. We have another health potion. That was pretty nice. Hold on to it. You probably won't need it. You're almost done with this level here. But again, nice to have. Go down. You're going to need another hover bomb. Blast through it. I don't think this NPC gives you anything. Really doesn't matter at this point, but talk to him anyway. Yeah, nothing to see here. Another red grunt, 2 shots to kill. Nothing too tricky. And I think he's going to go down after one more shot with a quick reload. Nope, we missed. He's being a little elusive here. Boom, we got him. Giving us anything good? Nope, just another hover bomb. We'll take 1,000 of those. You can never have too many hover bombs here. Another blue whipping boy. You can opt to run past him or just throw a hover bomb at him and kill him. Whatever you want to do. Really doesn't matter to me. We're just going to go through this door, continue, and we're pretty close. I believe that's the end of the level here. Go up the elevator, and yes, indeedy, that is the end of the level. We are now into Mission 1, Stage 4. This is the final stage of this mission here, and it's going to get a little more tricky, as you would expect. This is the final level. There are no bosses, per se, in this mission. Now, obviously, that's not always going to be the case, but there isn't one here, so we can thankfully ignore that and move forward. Another blue whipping boy. You can opt to run past it or just throw one of these hover bombs and take a hit ourselves. And continue on moving here. We're just going to go up, 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 and through, and yay, yay, yay. And we're going to get a nice little running start, jump over this little ditch, and continue on. So easy work at this point. Now here's a new enemy we haven't seen, a spider. But it's not just any spider, it is a spider bomb. So I don't know if these are actual bio spiders or if they're just mechanical or whatnot, but basically you can get around them by ducking into the background here. So you're going to have to do that anyway when you're trying to kill these red grunts. So basically be aware of where those spiders are at all times when you're killing these enemies that you see with the grunts. So you may be sticking in the background for a little bit longer than you'd like to in order to avoid getting blown to smithereens. But hey, they got to make the game tougher, and that's exactly what they're doing. Now, again, you can avoid them by just ducking in the background, or you can jump over them. Either way does not matter. By the way, we got a bridge key item there, so definitely use it. Go up, 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 and over, over, over. And what do we got here? We have another ditch to jump over, but take a very close look. What's in that waterfall? What's behind it? Oh yeah, that's right. We got another doorway. So let's go through the hidden doorway, and what do we got back here? We got some fun stuff. It's stuff that we've already seen, but they're just reminding you. And we have to go here in order to continue on with the level. By the way, watch out for that floor switch. Make sure you jump over it or roll over it, whatever. I don't really care at this point. Bomb through the door, and these two NPCs are going to have some stuff for you. Check out what we got. There is a bridge key, which you have to get. And this one is a potion. So potions, you can never have too many of those. So obviously this is a good thing to have. And we're going to continue on. Now we're just going to do some backtracking here. So not a whole lot of bad stuff right now. I would say the biggest hazard and reason for dying in this first mission would probably be falling in pits or just not realizing how to use your potions. With a little bit of practice, obviously, this shouldn't be too bad of a deal for you. And I would hope that it's not too bad of a deal, because if you think it is, you're never going to get through the next few missions coming up here. 2, 3. Oh yeah, just wait. A couple more spider bombs. You're going to come down here. You have to kill this red grunt here. He does have an item that you need to get in order to progress with the mission here. So you want to go down, duck, and then roll away just like this. Come back and get ready to shoot him. Preferably not like that, with me getting shot. So we got one shot. Get one more on him. Watch a couple reloads. And boom, down he goes. And what did he give us? I will show you what he gave us. He gave us another hover bomb. Now, if you have enough, clearly you're fine. But I think at this point in the mission, you probably don't. So it's almost required to get that one here. And what do we got? Ooh, another little elevator thing here. And we got another bridge over there. Now, why would we want a bridge to get over there? Well, it's not quite that simple. The whole purpose of this room is to get the elevator item down there and then bring it back across this gap. Because as you can see, once you pick it up, you can't go back up there. So you got to kill this enemy with the hover bomb, jump up here, and then use the bridge to get back over this big ditch while you're carrying the elevator. So that's the purpose of this, is to get the elevator and bridge yourself all the way back across. And oh, look at that. We got another little hover bomb here for us. So we're making good progress right now. We're going to go back over the hole, all the way back over. Watch out for the spider bombs. Jump over, duck over, whatever. I really don't care. As long as you get over safely without blowing yourself up, it really does not matter. And we're going to very carefully run over the hole. I'm just going to do some backtracking right now. Feel free to jump down here. Absolutely remember to get the bridge. And you're going to go way back over here, jump the spider, and we're almost back to square one right now. We're just going to continue to backtrack until we can progress with the next section of this level and hopefully finish this first mission here, the first 4 stages, without much of a problem. Right about here is where you're going to use the elevator. So use it, jump up, and we're going to go in this next doorway here to continue with the next section of this level. Now check out what we got in here. We have an NPC and he's going to give us something very, very important. He's going to give us our first different weapon that we haven't seen before. We've had a gun all this time, right? It's a shotgun. Now he's given us a multi-clip shotgun, a multi-action semi-automatic shotgun. This is really nice, and you're going to see it's going to be necessary to get through some of these sections here, especially in the second mission. Wait till you see what's up ahead. So we're pretty close to finish with this first mission here. We just have a couple more screens we have to get through, a couple more enemies we have to kill with our nice little weapon upgrade, and you're going to see how easily this tears through the regular enemy grunts that we've had. So watch this. You're going to come out and you can just shoot really fast. Hopefully you'll get him before he goes back into cover here. Boom, he's gone. And did he give us anything nice to pick up? No, he gave us absolutely nothing. Whatever. Going to go through, continue to use, get some practice with your semi-auto shotgun here. You're going to jump all the way across. You're going to have more items to pick up. Now, this can be tricky here. You're going to have running jumps. You can just do a standing jump from the edge here. Either way doesn't matter. Just make sure you don't fall. You don't have to kill that blue monster up there. Don't worry about it. It's not worth the trouble. Just continue to move across. You will have to take a shot against this guy before you use the bridge icon. Doesn't matter. Get rid of him. That item over there you will need, so hopefully you have your bridge. Go across, pick this up. That is a key. You will need that key to finish this level and finish the mission. So get the key, come back, get the bridge, and just backtrack yourself all the way across. Do not fall. You do not want to fail this far into the challenge. You're basically, what, 1/3 of the way in at this point? And how far have we gone? Like 20 minutes basically, if not more? Yeah, that's a lot of time down the drain, and you don't want to have to keep repeating yourself for making simple, stupid mistakes like this. So get yourself used to the controls now, because you're going to have to master them very, very soon in the coming levels, and especially in the next mission here. So we're going to back up, go up, 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 all the way over to the right. So that's the doorway we came through when we got the shotgun. We're going to go over to the right now. We're going to go down. Now that we have this key that we got from that red grunt, we're going to use it to go through here, kill this last red grunt here, and I believe this is the final enemy we have to worry about on the way through to complete the first mission. Let's see, was it? Nope, not quite. We're pretty close though. Kill that wasp bomb. Kill the purple grunt here. We're pretty close. Fall down. Do not fall in the hole. Yeah, don't do that. You don't want to take damage accidentally. I'm just showing you, thankfully, you're not going to kill yourself, but you will take damage. Go ahead, use your bridge. Now you notice there is a door behind there. Obviously, we're going to go there in a second. We're going to pick up these wasp bombs. Now you know what those are used for, so what do you think we're going to need them for in here? Yep, you got a pretty good idea. Let's just play it safe. Kill the enemies. We're probably going to have another instance of having to use remote bombs to take out computers or doors or machines or something like that. But again, we're pretty close to the end right now. We're going to go down this elevator. Ooh, we got a spider bomb here. This can be tricky with a tight ceiling. So wait till it gets close. Jump across, or you can just duck in the background here. Either way, doesn't matter. Just continue to move up. Don't have to fight that red grunt over there. Just keep on moving. I would highly recommend using the hover bombs here. Don't use the wasp bombs. You have them for a reason, and we've already discussed the reasons why. So hang on to those. Very, very nice. There's a key. We're definitely going to need that. That's essential to complete the mission here. Don't worry about going down here. This NPC doesn't have anything, so just to show you. Go all the way back up. Now we're going to backtrack. We're going to go back over to that elevator that was guarded by the spider bomb. We're going to go back up, and then you'll see the next section here. We're just going to do some backtracking. Spider bomb's going to be in this next section here. Don't get caught off guard by it. That usually gets me. Jump across. I almost always take a hit on that. Thankfully, it didn't happen here. Up the elevator, and we're turning around. Now, what do we got coming here? On this next screen, we got a doorway that we've seen before. We're going to go through it and come out the waterfall. And just a couple more things to worry about. It's pretty much stuff that's common sense. So you're going to use this key item here, open it up. And now we're going to use a wasp bomb to just drop it down in there, take out this machine, which is guarding the final doorway to the end of this level and this mission. So we're going to go back up here, run all the way across, and that's basically the end of this mission. And congratulations, we're basically 1/3 of the way through this Pro Challenge. So there we go. Not too tough so far, but the next few missions will be. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Take care as always, and we will see you in part 2 of this BlackThorne Challenge playthrough. Have a good one.